This is Sarita, working as assistant professor in the Department of ECE, Institute of Aeronautical Engineering. Today's session I am going to explain about definitions and terminology based on image compression. Here, what is expanded from JPEG, JPEG. So with the use of this JPEG, we can compress the image. So image compression is familiar to most users of computers in the form of image file extension such as JPG file extension used in the JPEG Joint Photographic Expert Group is the image compression standard. Next one, what is image compression? So what is the use of image compression and what is meant by image compression? We can reduce the image size. So consider image, here it is m into n. So the image is represented in m into n. Here for this memory, for this image storing purpose required the memory is m1. After compression, we are representing the memory, it is m2. So when image compression is done means m1 memory which is always greater than m2, then compression is done. So in this image compression refers to the process of redundancy amount of data. So redundancy amount of data required to represent the given quality of information for digital images. So image compression is nothing but redundancy amount of data required to represent the given quality of image, given quality of information for digital images. What are the two types of data compression? So for this data compression, we are going to divide into two types. One is lossy compression. Another one is lossless compression. Lossy compression and lossless compression. What is meant by lossy compression and lossless compression? In lossy compression, the image we are representing here, it is f of x comma y. So after compression, the output we are representing fc of x comma y. We are applying this fc of x comma y into, this is compressor. Here decompressor. So here the decompression output we are representing g of x comma y, or we are representing here it is f cap of x comma y. Here f of x comma y, which is equal to the f cap of x comma y, it is lossless compression. When f of x comma y, which is not equal to f cap of x comma y, it is lossy compression. So in this data compression, we are having two types. Lossless compression can recover the exact original data after compression. So it is used mainly compression database records and spreadsheets or word processing files where exact replica of original is essential. What is the need for compression? So here, in terms of storage, the capacity of storage device can be effectively increased. So in terms of storage, the capacity of a storage device can be effectively increased with methods that compress a body of data on its way to storage device and decompress it when it is retrieved. So here need for data compression. So what is the necessity of this data compression means we can increase the storage capacity of memory. So in this, for example, in this data compression A or B. So we are transmitting same data in number of times. Repeatedly we are transmitting same data means if we are transmitting A, 4. A is the symbol and 4 is the occurrences of this particular symbol. So if we are transmitting like this, we can compress the images. So for this image compression, we are having different types of techniques are there. So redundancy techniques, and here when we go for in lossless compression, we are having, for this lossless compression, we are having coding, Hoffman code, arithmetic code, and another one is RLC code, run length code. So with the use of these compression techniques, we can reduce the data and we can compress the image. What is data compression? So data compression required for identification and extraction of source redundancy. In other words, data compression seeks to reduce the number of bits used to store or transmit information. For example, I need to transmit the data. So with the use of this data compression, initially it required 1 MB. For example, 2 KB. 2 KB. So I need to store one image. I require 2 KB of space. And for transmission purpose, I require 200 Hz. For example, the frequency is 200 Hz. But after compression, the compression means the usage of number of bits are reduced. Then instead of 2 KB, here it is 1 KB is enough to store the information. And what about bandwidth to transmit the information from source to destination? Here it is, for example, it is reduced to 100 Hz. So with the use of this data compression, here the storage of memory is increased, and here the bandwidth, the transmission purpose and storing purpose, it is very important for data compression. What are different compression methods? So for this compression method, we are having lossless compression and lossy compression. Depending on our requirement, we can use either lossy compression or lossless compression. In run length encoding, arithmetic coding and Hoffman coding. So here run length encoding and arithmetic coding, Hoffman coding and transform coding. Here with the use of run length code, arithmetic code and Hoffman code or transform code, we can compress the image size, but each code has its own steps. So when we go for Hoffman code, write the first find out the probability values of that image, write in a descending order and add the two lowest probability values from that. For example, here 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, some probability values are there. So write in a descending order. First add two lowest probabilities, again add two lowest probabilities, again add two lowest probabilities, from this add two lowest probability. So up to extend some value from this. First write in a descending order, afterwards do this process. From this find out the code word and code word length. Code word and code word length. From this code word length, find out the average length and entropy and calculate the entropy, and also calculate the compression ratio. Here the compression ratio is we are representing with CR equals to N1 by N2. Here N1 by N2. N1 is the original data. N2 is nothing but after compression, whatever the bit image data is there, that is representing with N2. So this is for Hoffman code. When we go for arithmetic code, what are the probabilities are there? And depending on occurrence, here the interval we are representing 0 to 1 only. So how many number of occurrences are there? That is divided into number of sub intervals. So based on that, find the highest range and lowest range. So which probability we need to encode it. Based on that, what is the upper range probability value and lower range probability value, and upper range minus upper limit minus lower limit. Here upper limit minus lower limit divided by number of intervals are required, divided by with the number of intervals. So Based on that, we are calculating the arithmetic code and run length coding. So in this run length coding, how to do the run length coding means, for example, in this run length coding, image is 33322, here 0 0 2 2 2 2 0 0 0 1. So in this image, how to find the run length code? First write in all in from top to bottom and left to right. Write in a sequence 333 2200 2222 0 0 0 0 1. So from this sequence here, first bit in this we are going to represent in the form of pixels. So first represents the gray level value or pixel value, and second bit represents the number of occurrences. So here we are representing 3 comma 3 and 2 comma 1, so 2 comma 2. Here 3 is number nothing but pixel value, number of occurrences are in 3 times, and 2 comma 2 and 0 comma 2 and 2 comma 4 and 0 comma 4 and 1 comma 1. So like that we can encode the run length code. So how we can decode this one means, after encoding we are transmitting the data across the receiver 3 comma 3. 3 is the pixel value and 3 means number of occurrences are 3. Then 3 comma 3 3 3, 2 comma 2 means 2 2, 0 comma 2 means 0 2 times, and 2 comma 4 means 2 4 times, and 0 comma 4 means 0 0 0 0, and 1 comma 1 means 1 is 1. So like this we can decode the data. Define coding redundancy. So what is mean by coding redundancy? In this coding redundancy, if the gray level of an image is coded in a way that uses more code words that necessary to represent each gray level, so then resulting image is said to contain coding redundancy. For example, if the gray level is coded in a way that uses more code words than necessary to represent each gray level. So here same thing, each gray level we required a number of bits. With the use of coding redundancy is nothing but here 0 0 0. So I need to represent 1. So we are using more number of bits. So represents each and every gate level, it requires more number of bits is nothing but it is the coding redundancy. In this coding redundancy, 0 0 0 0, we are transmitting 0 0 1 1 1 1. So here 0 continuously repeatedly we are transmitting in 4 times means 0 comma 4. So like that, if any redundancy is there, we are representing with 0 with 4. So 0 is the pixel value we are representing in occurrences are 4 times. So this is the coding redundancy in our image compression. What is data compression? Data compression requires the identification and extraction of the source redundancy. In other words, data compression seeks to reduce the number of bits used to store or transmit information. Define interpixel redundancy. The value of any given pixel can be predicted from the value of its neighbors. For example, consider one image. So sticks I am arranging here, this image, and so here also sticks all are in same manner we are arranging, but here in this we are representing in same sticks but with the same gray level, so same number of sticks but we are arranging in a different manner. So this is nothing but interpixel redundancy. The information carried by is small, therefore the visual contribution of a single pixel to an image is redundant, otherwise called a spatial redundant, geometric redundant, or interpixel redundant. Example, run length coding. So in this run length coding, in this image, all sticks are arranged in a same manner. So here 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So 7 arranged in a same manner. So here we are representing sticks comma 7. So for example, sticks in this, each and every stick, it has its own gray level. All sticks are same gray level. For example, that gray level values, for example, here it is 8. 8. How many number of sticks are present here? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So 8 comma 7 only. 8 comma 7. So here with the gray level of 8, how many number of pixels are there? How many number of sticks are there? 7. So the example for pixel redundancy, here it is run length coding. What is run length coding? So run length coding, encoding or is a technique used to reduce the size of repeating string characters. This repeating string is called run. Typically, run length encodes a run of symbols into 2 bytes, a count and a symbol. So here A, B, 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 C, 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 C. So represent the data we are transmitting like this with the use of run length code. A is 3 times, B is 4 times and C is 5 times. Like this we can encode the data with the use of run length coding. Define compression ratio. Here the compression ratio we are representing with CR equal to N1 by N2. N1 is the original size and N2 is the compressed size. N2 is the compressed size. So the compression ratio we are representing with CR equal to N1 by N2. Here the compression ratio is more. The compression ratio is more, then maximum information can be compressed. So here in this lossy compression and lossless compression, here compression is more. Compression is more. What about original information? Original information is so we are not we can't back exact original information. So this is advantage. But information, some amount of information will be lost. This is lossy compression. This is disadvantage here. But when we go for lossless compression, when we go for lossless compression, here the compression ratio is less. And what about information? Same information. So information is same. So this is disadvantage in our lossless compression. This one is advantage. This one is advantage. So with the if compression ratio is more, it is in advantage. If compression ratio is less, it is disadvantage. How we will get advantage? How we can decide advantage, disadvantages means original size is always less than the compressed size. So original size is always greater than the compressed size. Then compression is done. So this is the compression ratio. So original size is always greater than the compressed size. Means N1 is always the size of the original information we are representing with N1 and compressed size we are representing with N2. So N1 is always greater than the N2. Define psychovisual redundancy. So this psychovisual redundancy is the lossy compression technique. We can't get back to our original information with the use of this psychovisual redundancy. This psychovisual redundancy in normal visual processing, certain information has less importance than other information. So this information is said to be psychovisual redundant. And in this psychovisual redundant, when we go for source encoder and decoder, So in source encoder, we are having a mapper, quantizer, and source encoding technique. So when we are using the quantizer technique in our source encoder, we are using psychovisual redundancy. So across the encoder only we are using the psychovisual redundancy technique. But when we go for decoder, we are not using the psychovisual redundancy because of this is a lossy compression technique. If we are using this psychovisual redundancy in our decoder side, we lost some information. So for that case, we are using the psychovisual redundancy across the source encoder only, not in a decoder. Define encoder. So source encoder is responsible for removing the coding and interpixel redundancy and psychovisual redundancy. There are two components we are using here in this encoder. We are using in source encoder, we are having mapper, quantizer, and encoder. In this mapper, we are using interpixel redundancy. So source encoder, in this we are using interpixel redundancy. Quantizer we are using, in quantizer we are using psychovisual redundancy. In this we are using psychovisual redundancy, and encoder we are using interpixel redundancy. In quantizer we are using psychovisual redundancy. In encoder technique, source encoder, we are using coding redundancy. Operation of source encoder. Source encoder perform three operations. Mapper. So if the use of mapper transforms the input data into non-visual format, it reduces the interpixel redundancy. So in this operation of source encoder, we are using the first block is mapper, mapping AI to BI, it mapping the bits, and the next one go to the quantizer. So first one is mapper, next one is quantizer, next one using source encoder. Source encoder, with the use of mapper, it mapping the bits AA to BA. So like that we are using mapper. Across the decoder, we are using inverse mapper. What is channel encoder? So channel encoder reduces the impact of the channel noise, inserting redundant bits into the source encoded data. So this channel encoder is used for mapper. First one we are using source encoder. Next one is channel encoder. After one, this source encoder, channel encoder. Next we are using channel. Between channel encoder, we are using the channel. Next one is source decoder. Here source encoder, channel encoder, and source decoder. Between this channel encoder to before this source decoder, we are using channel decoder. Between this channel encoder and decoder, we are using channel. Here this channel either wired or wireless. So here channel encoder is used between channel encoder is used for after source encoder, and channel decoder is used for before the source decoder. So the channel encoder reduces the impact of the channel noise by inserting redundant bits into the source encoded data. What are the types of decoders? So here a source decoder has two components: symbol decoder, inverse mapping, and channel decoder. So here across the source encoder we are using mapping, and decoder side we are having inverse mapping, symbol decoder, and channel decoder. what operations are performed by error-free compression. So in this error-free compression, here alternative representation of the image in which its interpixel redundancy are reduced, coding the representation to eliminate coding redundancy. So in error-free compression means we can reduce the errors. Without errors, we can compress the image. It is a lossless compression. So for this, we are using interpixel redundancy are reduced, coding the representation to eliminate coding redundancy. What is variable length code? So in our when we go for redundancy technique, we are having fixed length coding and variable length coding. So when we go for fixed length code, for example, my symbols are 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So what is mean by fixed length? Each and every symbol I need to represent with 3 bits only. 0, 0, 0, 0, 0, 1, 0, 1, 0, 0, 1, 1, 1, 0, 0, 1, 0, 1, 1, 1, 0. Here, the length of the each bit here it is 3 only. The length of the each symbol we are representing with 3 bits only. So this is fixed length code. This is fixed length code. This is fixed length code. So here how to calculate the average length. Here the formula is ik into pk. So here I of p rk is nothing but average length of the each symbol. Pk is nothing but probability of occurrence. Based on this formula, calculate the average length. And here this is fixed length. So when we go for variable length code, we can go for the Hoffman code. So in that Hoffman code, all the probability values arranged in a descending order and add to lowest probabilities. Based on that, find the code word and code word length of each and every symbol. So it reduces only the coding redundancy. It assigns the shortest possible code word to the most probable gray levels. Define Hoffman coding and mention its limitations. Hoffman coding is a popular technique for removing the coding redundancy. So what are the limitations are there in this Hoffman code? Here the probability value between 0 to 1 only. Define block code. So each source symbol is mapped into fixed sequence of code, symbols or code word. So it is called block code. So each source symbol is mapped into fixed sequence of code symbol or code word. So code symbol, for example, symbol. So the code word is if I am representing if it is 1, for example. So the code word for this, the representation is 0, 0, 1. For example, if I am using 3 bits, the representation within 3 bits, it is 0, 0, 1. It is 4 bits 0, 0, 1. If it is 2 bits 0, 1. If it is 2 bits 0, 1. So each source symbol is mapped into fixed sequence of code symbols or code words. So it is called as block code. Define instantaneous code. So a code word that is not a combination of any other code word is said to uniquely decodable code. Define uniquely decodable code. So a code word that is not combination of any other code word is said to be a unique decodable code. So a code word that is not a combination of any other code word. Define B2 code. So each code word is made up of a continuation bit C and information bit, which are binary numbers. This is called B2 code or B code. So this is called B2 code because 2 information bits are used for continuation bits. So define the procedure for Hoffman shift coding. So list all the source symbols along with its probability in descending order. Divide the total number of symbols into block of equal size. Sum the probability of all the source symbols outside the reference block. Define arithmetic coding. So in arithmetic coding, 1 to 1 corresponds bits, source symbols, and code word does not exist, whereas the single arithmetic code word assigned for a sequence of source symbols. A code word defines an interval of number of between 0 and 1. 0 and 1. So here the interval between 0 to 1, number of probabilities are there based on number of occurrences. Based on that, we can divide the 0 to 1 interval into number of sub intervals. What is bitplane decomposition? An effective technique for reducing an image's interpixel redundancies is to process the images in bitplane individually. How effectiveness of quantization can be improved? So first one, introducing an enlarged quantization intervals around 0 called dead zero, and second one, adapting the size of the quantization intervals from scale to scale. In either case, the selected quantization intervals must be transmitted to the decoder with the encoded image bit stream. So what are the coding systems in JPEG? So in lossy baseline coding system, which is based on the DCT, and in advocate for most compression applications, and second one is an extended coding for greater compression, higher precision or progressive reconstruction applications, and third one a lossless independent coding system for a reversible compression. So what is JPEG? So here it is expanded Joint Photograph Expert Group. It is an international standard in 1992. What are the basic steps in JPEG? So the major steps in JPEG coding involve, first one is DCT, second one is quantization, next zigzag scan, third one is DPCM, differential pulse code modulation or DC component, and fifth one is run length encoding on AC component, and sixth one is entropy coding. What is MPEG? So it is expanded moving picture expert group. It is an international standard in 1992. It perfectly works with video and also used in teleconferencing. It is also used in teleconferencing. Define iframe. Iframe is intraframe or independent frame. An iframe is compressed independently of all frames. It resembles a JPEG encoded image. Define p-frame. P-frame is called predictive frame. A-frame is compressed difference between the current frame and a prediction of it based on the previous I or P frame. What is B frame? So B frame is the bidirectional frame and AB frame is the compressed difference between the current frame and a prediction of it based on the previous I or P frame or next P frame. What is shift code? So the two variable length codes are referred to as shift code. A shift code is generated by arranging probabilities of the source symbols or monotonically decreasing. What are the types of redundancy? Coding redundancy, interpixel redundancy, and psychovisual redundancy. And coding redundancy, interpixel redundancy are the lossless compression, and psychovisual redundancy is the lossy compression. Define psychovisual redundancy. So certain information which has less relative importance than other information is normal visual processing are said to be psychovisual redundancy information. What is image compression? So image compression refers to the process of redundancy amount of data required to represent the given quantity of information of digital image. So in this image compression, in this image compression, if image memory is representing with M1 and after compression image representing with M2, M1 which is always greater than M2, compression is done. Compression is done. If M1 is less than M2, it is worst case. If M1 equals to M2, compression is not done. Not done. So, in image compression refers to the process of redundancy amount of data required to represent the given quality of information of a digital image. What is data compression? So, data compression requires the identification and extraction of source redundancy. In other words, data compression reduces the number of bits is to use it to store or transmit the information. What are the two types of data compressions? Lossless compression and lossy compression technique. So only thing is f of x comma y equals to f cap of x comma y. It is lossless compression. Here f of x comma y which is not equal to the f cap of x comma y. Here it is lossy compression. Here in this lossless compression, information, so we'll get total information. Compression ratio is low and here information, some amount of information will be lost and here compression ratio is more. So this is the difference between lossless compression and lossy compression. And what is the need for compression? Here in terms of communication, the bandwidth of a digital communication link can be effectively increased by compressing the data. So when we go for in compression technique, we need to transmit from source to destination. So what are the basic blocks involved in our source? Encoder and so decoder. Encoder and decoder. So in this in compression we are having encoder and decoder blocks. In this source encoder we are using mapper. So first, what are the blocks involved in here? Source encoder and next block is channel encoder. Next here it is we are using channel. This channel here it is wireless or wired. Here it is wireless or wired channel. So after here we are using channel decoder. Channel decoder. After this block we are using source decoder. In this source encoder, so in this source encoder we are using different types of encoding techniques are there. So we are using, what are the basic blocks? Mapper. So in this mapper we are using interpixel redundancy. With the use of interpixel redundancy we can compress the data. If I am transmitting the original data, I am transmitting from source to destination. For that case I require 200 Hz or 300 Hz bandwidth. But after compression, in our source encoder we are using different types of encoding techniques are there. Mapping, quantizer and source encoder. In that mapper purpose we are using interpixel redundancy, and quantizer we are using psychovisual redundancy, and encoder technique we are for source encoder we are using coding redundancy. With the use of these redundancies we can compress the images. So the image size is compressed, the number of bits of usage in each image is reduced. Then what about bandwidth utilization is also reduced. So in this 200 Hz I am transmitting only one image. If with the use of compression we can transmit for two images with this bandwidth. So with the use of compression we can transmit our original information from source to destination without any loss. In some cases we'll get some, depending on application we are using, Depending on application, we are using lossy transmission or lossless transmission. In lossy transmission, here the compression ratio is increased. But what will happen? Exact information we can't get. Some information will be lost across the decoder sides. But when we go for in lossless compression, compression ratio is less. But we'll get our original information exactly without any loss. So that is the main difference between lossy and lossless compression. This compression is very, very important in our image segmentation. So what is the necessity of this compression means, in some cases we required quality of information. So for that case we can go for lossless compression. The size is not required, but we require quality of image means, for that case we can go for lossless compression. In some cases, in some example point of view, upload your image with the size of a 50 KB only. So at that time image quality is reduced, but number of bits of in that image is reduced. So picture quality is not clear, and means original content will be lost. Some of the amount of information will be lost from our original image, but compression is done, means compression ratio is increased and information will be lost. But in lossless compression, I required image only, not a size. So for that case, we are transmitting we can upload the image without any loss. Image quality is good, but above it required number of bits. So that is the difference between lossy and lossless compression. Depending on our application, we are using any one of the technique. So in that compression, we are having redundancy. In that we are having interpixel redundancy, coding redundancy, and psychovisual redundancy. When we go for interpixel redundancy and coding redundancy, both are lossless compression. In psychovisual redundancy, it is a lossy compression. And in error-free compression, we are having different types of compression techniques are there. Run length coding, arithmetic coding, and Hoffman coding. So depending on our requirement, depending on our application, we are using any one of the code. So compared to this arithmetic coding and Hoffman coding, run length coding is very simple. So these are the definitions and terminology for our fifth module, that is image compression. Thank you.
Like, share and subscribe. Hit the bell icon for more updates.